The flu is back, so it's time to vaccinate. At SMDH Family Medicine, we know the importance of keeping you and your family healthy. Influenza vaccines are now available at our SMDH Family Medicine Clinic. So come by or call 729-8000 to see about receiving your flu shot. You can also visit our website at smdh.net for more information. Extended clinic hours are available and walk-ins are welcome. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
This is Cardinals broadcaster John Rooney. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back on the fields in Jupiter, Florida for Spring Training 2024. It will be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered, and we'll be with you from the first pitch until the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
RSV is a common respiratory virus that usually causes mild cold-like symptoms in the fall and winter. While most people recover in a week or two, RSV can cause serious infection in infants and adults over 60. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you that RSV immunizations are here. This is the protection we've been waiting for. Talk to your healthcare provider about immunizations to protect against RSV. Visit moimmunize.org to learn more.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Outside our studios, currently we have cloudy skies with winds out of the west-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. Those winds do gust as high as 13 miles per hour. Now for your weather forecast. Let me remind you first up, though, we are under wind chill advisory that is in effect until noon tomorrow, Tuesday, the 16th day of January. Today is Martin Luther King Day, as most folks are aware, and we do have a chance of flurries between now and 2 p.m. Will be mostly cloudy today and cold with a high temperature only near 8 degrees. Winds will be northwesterly anywhere from 6 to 9 miles per hour, and wind chill values will be as low as a negative 12 degrees. And I tell you, this morning I was out there in that wind, and I believe the minus 12 easily. Tonight will be slightly, we do have a slight chance of snow before 10 p.m., then a chance of flurries between 10 and 11. Chance of precipitation for tonight is 20%. Under mostly cloudy skies, that'll gradually become mostly clear. And our low temperature night will be around a negative 4 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 9 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. And our wind chill value tonight as low as a negative 20 degrees. Tomorrow will be sunny and cold. Our high temperature will be near 17 degrees. Northwesterly winds will be 9 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, and our wind chill value tomorrow will be as low as a negative 20 degrees. Tomorrow night, skies should be clear with low temperature around 5 degrees. Southwesterly winds will be 9 to 13 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, and our wind chill value tomorrow night will be as low as a negative 8 degrees. Wednesday should be sunny with a high temperature in near balmy, at least it sounds like it compared to where we've been, 38 degrees. Southwesterly winds will be 11 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Then we expect partly cloudy skies Wednesday night with low temperature around 20 degrees. Thursday should be mostly cloudy with our high temperature on Thursday near 37. Thursday night, mostly cloudy. Our low temperature is going to drop down there again in the single digits, be around 7 degrees. Friday will be mostly sunny and cold with a high temperature only near 19 degrees. Friday night, we expect partly cloudy skies, low temperature around 2 degrees. We should be sunny on Saturday with a high temperature near 25. We expect partly cloudy skies Saturday night with low temperature around 10 degrees, and Sunday mostly sunny with our high temperature again, finally getting above freezing in the neighborhood of 34 degrees. That is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. It seems that the agriculture industry has spent a whole lot of time for a whole lot of years reminding our customers how little they pay for food instead of promoting its quality and how diverse and abundant and safe it is. At a time when everything is more expensive, increases in the price of food seem to be getting more than their fair share of scrutiny. We have a consumer base seasoned to expect cheap food. You and I know it costs a great amount of money, time, and often back-breaking effort to farm and ranch in this country. But none of that matters when the consumer of what is grown only cares about the price they pay for it. Some today might be willing to pay a little more for a product that is labeled or advertised as sustainable, as if farmers and ranchers have not been sustainable in the past. To have a sustainable farm or ranch, you must create something that is both environmentally and economically enduring. We all know it takes a significant investment to produce quality meat, milk, eggs, poultry, corn, soybeans, hay, grain, sorghum, tomatoes, cranberries, sweet corn, sweet potatoes, apples, peaches, grapes, and every other agricultural product grown by farmers and ranchers in this country. Consumers expect cheap, sustainable food, not better tasting, not higher quality, not abundant, not safer. We, as an overall agricultural industry, have not done the best job promoting those things most farmers and ranchers strive to provide to customers. Our food supply is safe, diverse, and more abundant than it ever has been. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
My therapist had told me that I needed to go to AA meetings, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. That was not what I wanted to grow up and be. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected by any means. It was friendly. I could feel it. I could feel the happiness. It's really great.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
A slow day for direct cash cattle and cash hog business. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with the Brownfield Livestock Market Report. It's a slow start to the week for direct cash cattle trade activity. Taking a look back at last week, there was a light round of direct cash cattle business that took place across all of cattle country Friday. Live deals in the South were at $172. That's $1 lower than the prior week's weighted averages. Live deals in Nebraska and Iowa were marked at $173, with a few at $174, which was about steady to $1 lower than the previous week's weighted average basis. Deals in the North were marked anywhere from $272 to $275, steady to $2 below the previous week's weighted averages. Weather continues to be a challenge for many in cattle country as temperatures remain bitterly cold following the varying amounts of snowfall. Box beef is mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for light offerings. Choice down 59 cents at $288.67. Select was $2.02 higher at midday at $273.87. At the Fort Pierre Livestock Auction in South Dakota last Friday, steers 550 to 699 pounds were $2 higher to $4 lower. Steers 700 to 799 pounds were $10 to $12 lower. Heifers from 500 to 549 pounds were $10 to $15 lower. and heifers 550 to 599 pounds, and 700 to 749 pounds were $6 to $10 higher. The USDA says the market was fairly active with the best demand for full loads. Most of the calves were home-raised, fully preconditioned, and long-time weaned. Flesh conditions range from light-fleshed, hay-fed cattle to moderate-fleshed cattle coming out of yards. Medium and large one-feeder steers, 675 to 695 pounds, brought $250 to $269. Medium and large one-feeder heifers, 553 to 588 pounds, brought $256 to $280.50. Cash hogs were not reported at midday due to confidentiality. The cash hog market remains under pressure. Winter weather brought some added negativity to the market last week. Movement was limited, and that's likely going to push hog weights higher again this week, adding even more pork to the market. Supplies of market-ready hogs are ample, giving packers even more leverage. Processors aren't being forced to bid up to move needed numbers, and prices have reflected that. Demand for U.S. pork has been relatively strong on the global market, which is expected to continue. Pork values were higher at midday, up $1.69 to $87.77. Bellies jumped more than $11 to start the day. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
AA made all the difference in my life. I noticed that most of the goals I had as a kid were slipping by. I didn't feel like the person I hoped to be. After all those years of drinking, I really didn't know myself. When I was out there drinking, I was always looking for the next great party to make me feel all right. With AA, I found a better way of life. And I feel good in my everyday life, even without a drink in my hand.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Frank Lewis of Raymondville passed away January 11th at the age of 87 years. Funeral services for Frank Lewis will be Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the First Baptist Church in Licking. Visitation for family and friends of Frank Lewis will be tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Fox Funeral Home. Entry will be in the Licking Cemetery, and all arrangements for Frank Lewis of Raymondville are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home of Licking. Johnny Hall passed away Thursday, January 11th at the age of 86 years. Services for Johnny Hall will be Thursday, January 18th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the James Gar Mortuary, with visitation also on Thursday starting at 11 in the morning and continuing until service time at 1 o'clock. Memorials are suggested to the staff at the arbors at Parkside in Rolla, and all arrangements for Johnny Hall are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time to take a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. First off, let us go over our cancellations, postponements, and schedule adjustments for today, the 15th day of January. Salem Lady basketball game with Vienna has been postponed. No makeup date has yet been set. Interval training and move and groove classes at Healthy Dent County Fitness Center have canceled for today. The Houston Community Foundation boys basketball tournament games scheduled for tonight have been postponed and rescheduled for tomorrow night, Tuesday, January 16th. Salem will play Fordland at 8:30 Tuesday night. And we already have a cancellation for tomorrow, slow motion at Healthy Dent County Fitness Center on Tuesday, the 16th day of January, has been canceled. Again, cancellations and postponements today, Salem Lady basketball game with Vienna, interval training and move and groove classes at Healthy Dent County, and Houston Community Foundation boys basketball tournament game scheduled for tonight, postponed and rescheduled for tomorrow night, Tuesday, January 16th. Salem will play Fordland at 8:30 tomorrow night. And already for tomorrow, a cancellation slow motion at Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. The Salem Public Library invites the City of Salem residents and Dent County communities to participate in their 2024 Community Survey. Information collected will be used to identify top priorities for the library and used to develop strategic long-term plans for the future. The survey should take no longer than 5 to 7 minutes and all responses will be kept anonymous. The survey is now live, and a link to the survey is pinned at the top of the Salem Public Library's Facebook page. Individuals who wish to complete a paper copy of the survey will need to do so at the library during normal business hours. The library is located at 403 North Jackson Street in Salem at the intersection of 4th and Jackson Streets. The survey will close after Friday, February 9th. Community members are encouraged to visit the library to participate in current programming, utilize the many services available, access the library's materials collection, or provide additional feedback. For questions about the survey or the Salem Public Library, its services, or current programming, please contact Kate McBride, Library Director at SalemMo Public Library at gmail.com, or by phone at 573-729-4331. Salem Police Department has released their report for the month of December. The department responded to 19 accidents during the month. Officers also responded to 6 alarms sounding and addressed 20 animal calls. The department investigated 5 assaults or fights, performed 16 well-being checks, and 3 area checks during the month. The department investigated 17 domestic disputes, 9 verbal disturbances, conducted 36 follow-up investigations, and provided 22 escorts. They investigated a nuisance incident, 3 harassment reports, 2 fraud charges, took 3 missing persons reports, and offered assistance to 5 motorists. The Salem Police wrote 7 property damage reports during December, plus made 9 stealing reports and 2 shoplifting reports. Officers investigated 4 intoxicated drivers, 17 suspicious circumstance calls, 8 suspicious person calls, and 7 suspicious vehicle calls. Officers responded to 6 trespassing calls and attempted to serve 5 warrants in December. Officers conducted 69 traffic stops during the month. The police responded to a total of 443 incidents in December. The average response time to calls during December was 2 minutes and 27 seconds, and the average time spent on the scene was 16 minutes and 44 seconds. The Salem R.D. Board of Education will be holding their regular meeting Thursday evening at 5:30 in the R80 boardroom. At the meeting, the board will hear the PAT report from Jessica Parker and Mary Beth Patrick. Dr. Reed and Dr. Wills will give their reports to the board before the building principals and athletic director Clay Moody give their reports. New business to be brought before the board includes setting the school year tuition rate, approving the ballot initiative names, accepted band uniform contribution, reviewing the short and long-term facility projects list, and hearing any resignations submitted. The board will then go into executive session to discuss personnel. The meeting Thursday night at 5:30 of the Salem RD Board of Education is open to the public. Denton County Sheriff's Office has released several reports. On Monday, the 8th of January, a deputy took information for a forgery report. The victim, a 70-year-old Salem man, said a check he had written had been altered and forged. The incident occurred in Texas County and was referred to the Licking Police Department for investigation. The next day, Tuesday the 9th, a deputy conducted a traffic stop on North Pershing Street, and during the stop, the driver, a 58-year-old Salem man, was found to be in the possession of suspected methamphetamine. The narcotics were confiscated, and the investigation is ongoing. Later that same day, a deputy responded to the 3500 block of Highway 00 for a reported property dispute. The reporting party, a 59-year-old Rolla man, told deputies that a neighbor had trespassed on his property and continued to cause issues over a long-standing land dispute. Later that same day, a deputy conducted a traffic stop on South Highway 19. During the course of that stop, suspected methamphetamine was located in the vehicle after a consent search was conducted. The narcotics were confiscated, and the investigation is ongoing. On Wednesday the 10th, deputies from the Denton County Sheriff's Office assisted the Phelps County Sheriff's Office in the service of an arrest warrant in the 7100 block of Highway FF. The suspect, a 34-year-old Salem man, was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Phelps County Jail. If you have any information regarding any investigation, please contact the Denton County Sheriff's Office at 573-729-3241. An accident occurred Friday morning at 7:40 in Phelps County on westbound I-44 at the 189-mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2014 Dodge 1500 van being driven by 45-year-old Sevcan Costner of Wheaton, Illinois, skidded across the center line and struck a 2020 GMC Acadia being driven by 48-year-old Michael Smith of St. James. The GMC then struck the concrete barrier and came to rest in the roadway. Smith was taken by Phelps Health EMS to Phelps Health Hospital for treatment of minor injuries. The GMC was totaled and removed from the scene by CNC Towing. The Dodge van had extensive damage but was able to be driven from the scene. The report stated that both drivers were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident. An accident occurred Saturday evening around 5:55 in Phelps County near the 14,680 County Road 8160. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2017 Toyota Corolla driven by 30-year-old Carrie Crowley of Rolla was traveling eastbound when the vehicle began to slide on a snow-covered roadway. The Toyota went off the left side of the roadway, impacted a tree, and overturned on its top. Crowley suffered minor injuries and was transported by Phelps Health ambulance to Phelps Health Hospital. The Toyota was totaled and removed from the scene by D&D Towing. Crowley was wearing a safety restraint at the time of the accident. As we near the end of today's noon hour news broadcast, let me go over those cancellations, postponements, and schedule adjustments again for today. The Salem Lady basketball game with Vienna has been postponed, and no makeup date has yet been set. Interval training and move and groove classes at Healthy Denton County Fitness for today have been canceled. And the Houston Community Foundation boys basketball tournament games scheduled for tonight have been postponed and rescheduled for tomorrow night, Tuesday, January 16th. Salem will play Fordland at 8:30 Tuesday night. And already we have this cancellation for Tuesday. Slow motion at Healthy Denton County Fitness Center has been canceled for tomorrow, Tuesday, the 16th day of January. And that has been a look at local news. News brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan or can't afford to go away to college? Or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
God, I'm so stressed. It's a brand new year and our business is busier than ever.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 35 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Starts at $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Ooma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Ooma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town and Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
This is Cardinals broadcaster Ricky Horton. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back and on the fields in Jupiter, Florida. Spring Training 2024. It'll be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered and will be with you from the first pitch to the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark Sports Leader, KSMO.
RSV is a common respiratory virus that usually causes mild cold-like symptoms in the fall and winter. While most people recover in a week or two, RSV can cause serious infection in infants and adults over 60. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you that RSV immunizations are here. This is the protection we've been waiting for. Talk to your healthcare provider about immunizations to protect against RSV. Visit moimmunize.org to learn more.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, as being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark Sports Leader, KSMO. The Salem Boys Basketball Tigers game with Houston Friday was postponed and rescheduled for Thursday, January 25th. The Salem Boys are scheduled to face Fordland in the Houston Community Foundation Varsity Boys Basketball Tournament at Houston High School Gym. Salem will play Tuesday evening in the fourth game of the evening, starting at 8:30. My apologies for that great long pause, but I want to make sure I got that time right for you. The winner will play Thursday at 7, and the loser will play at 7 Tuesday night. You can hear the game tomorrow night now, not tonight, on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, and it'll be audio streamed on KSMO Media. Again, the Salem Lady Basketball Tigers game with tonight has been canceled. Postponed, actually. Let's talk about the Missouri Tigers, though. They fell to South Carolina Saturday afternoon in overtime, 71-69. Noah Carter had 23 points to lead Missouri, followed by Sean East II with 15 more. Missouri drops to 8-8 on the year, and they are 0-3 in the SEC Conference. Missouri will be at Alabama Tuesday night. That game will not be heard on KSMO due to Tiger basketball. Oscar Sundquist goal late in the third period tied the game, but the St. Louis Blues lost to the Boston Bruins in overtime Saturday night on Charlie McAvoy's goal, his second of the game. The Blues received goals from Kevin Hayes and Jake Neighbors. The Blues will host the Philadelphia Flyers tonight at the Enterprise Center, and the game is scheduled to be heard right here on KSMO Radio at 6:30 this evening. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Miami Dolphins Saturday in the fourth coldest start to a game in NFL history, 26-7. Harrison Butker had 4 field goals. Isaiah Pacheco scored on a run, and Rashee Rice had 6 catches for 130 yards and a touchdown. The Chiefs' opponent for the next game will be determined after today's Pittsburgh-Buffalo game. And that's been local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
For everyone complaining and those who took a stand and said they would not subscribe to Peacock just to watch an NFL playoff game, you may have to get used to it. The NFL and NBC reporting that 23 million people streamed the Chiefs' win over the Dolphins. That ranks as the most streamed event of any kind ever in the United States. At some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's within the next 5 years, they're probably going to stream the Super Bowl. You'll have to pay for that, too, on top of any other subscriptions. Well, the Chiefs are advancing. 26-7 win over the Dolphins. It was the fourth coldest game of all time. The weather did not affect Patrick Mahomes.
We were able to throw the ball. We were able to run the ball against some of those pressures. I thought the O-line did a great job. I mean, we had that mentality all week is we're going to go out there and play football. We know it's cold, but we're going to go out there and play football and see what happens. 262
yards and a touchdown for Patrick, and his favorite receiver was Rashee Rice. 8 catches, 130 yards.
I'm going out there to just get a win, first of all, but everything else just comes with it, and I look forward to keep putting my name down as much as I can in this program and stay here.
We know the dates and times that the Chiefs could play next weekend. We just have to find out who the opponent will be, and we've got to see who wins between the Steelers and the Bills. If the Steelers win, then the Chiefs would host the Houston Texans Saturday at 3:30. If the Bills win this afternoon, then they will host the Chiefs, and that game would be played Sunday at 5:30. And those games would not be streamed. You could watch the Saturday game on ESPN or ABC. The Sunday game would be on CBS. The Blues coming off a 4-3 overtime loss to the Bruins on Saturday, hosting the Flyers tonight. Interim coach Drew Bannister thinks they're a playoff team.
We haven't played our best hockey, but I think we're trending in the right direction, and we just got to keep pushing through this.
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture is reminding livestock producers to be on the lookout for black vultures. The aggressive birds are affecting livestock operations and are spreading across the state. Missouri livestock producers have been facing the issue for years.
What most people don't realize is the black vulture is very aggressive. But first calf heifers seem to be what we had the biggest problem with. Our older cows seem to be able to fight them off more.
There are resources available.
APHIS 100%, the USDA APHIS and their representatives. I'd say as soon as you think you have an issue, get in the process, get a hold of USDA APHIS. Make sure you do it the right way, go through the process. It's as simple as a phone call, and I would just say just reach out to them and get that done and be proactive.
The USDA, Missouri Department of Agriculture, and MU Extension stand ready to help livestock producers in the fight against black vultures. Start the process at agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
We are definitely different than most long-term care facilities. Our entire purpose is to serve the veteran.
The nurses and the help that we have here, they're just such wonderful people. And I really appreciate the kindness and the natural people that they are. Well, I don't know how they could choose any place better.
Missouri's veterans' homes are now accepting admissions. Visit mvc.dps.mo.gov. Agri-America features the largest collection of agricultural podcasts, including popular titles such as...
Hi, this is Rob Sharkey, a fifth-generation farmer from Illinois. If you want to hear stories about agriculture, make sure you tune in to Shark Farmer Podcast today on Agri-America.
Hi, I'm Darren Hefty. Head over to Agri-America's podcast directory for the latest episode of the Ag PhD radio show.
Visit Agri-America's podcast directory at agriamerica.com/podcasts. agriamerica.com/podcasts.
Have you seen TownScreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, TownScreen in Salem.
They want you to change your name. Archie Leach doesn't cut it. Anything come to mind?
Cary Grant.
He was Hollywood's greatest leading man.
But Cary Grant is a character. Be very careful about how he's perceived.
Yet few truly knew him.
I have loved a lot of people, and everyone's broken my heart.
I'll never let you go, Archie. Based on the remarkable true story.
You know what's wrong with you?
No, what?
Nothing.
Jason Isaacs is Archie. The Man Who Became Cary Grant, now streaming only on BritBox.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tiffany Bland. I'm the new MD at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment today. SMDH Family Medicine is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Missouri Net News, I'm Cameron Connor. Homeowners and renters, be careful when keeping warm during this cold snap. Anthony Morabith reports.
The Missouri Division of Fire Safety warns residents to exercise caution when heating your homes with space heaters and supplemental heating sources that provide additional heat. Overloaded extension cords, power strips, and generators also pose danger. Helpful tips include turning off portable heaters when leaving a room or going to bed. Have a 3-foot safety zone by keeping anything away from the heating equipment that can burn. Keep kids away from open fires and space heaters. The temperatures are expected to plunge below freezing through the middle of this week.
And Clay County health officials are warning of a potential measles exposure that happened earlier this month in the Kansas City International Airport. News Nation in Kansas City reports that there was a confirmed case in a Liberty resident who was at the airport on Thursday, January 4th, and at North Kansas City Hospital on January 5th and 6th. Health officials are also contacting potentially exposed passengers of a specific flight. Symptoms include a rash that appears up to 21 days after exposure. This is Missouri Net News.
RSV is a common respiratory virus